Good evening, Team Gunmetal. A lot of people have asked me, Dane, what do you do to get ready for the day? What is your EDC? Well, my EDC usually consists of quite a bit of gear in quite a bit of different locations. But usually, after I've got all my clothes on, I go over to one of the few EDC cabinets I have. And I'll usually open the top drawer and I'll look and I'll decide if I need a covert pistol and maybe some covert gear, lock picks, anything like that. Maybe a survival bracelet, something with a compass on it. I'll decide what I need. Maybe something for starting a fire. Maybe a Zippo, maybe not. Then I'll decide what type of lighting I need. If I need a small red light, if my gear needs to be covert, very small, very tidy, I may take a small knife, something like this little Cold Steel Mini Pal, or this little Blackhawk Besh Wedge Push Dagger, or maybe even a CRKT Karaman, or one of these, one of these other CRKTs, possibly even a larger Karambit. But it really depends on what type of gear I need for the environment I'm headed into. I also sometimes consider impact tools too. It never hurts to have a few impact tools laying around as well. So I usually consider what I need from this area, the top area first. And what usually happens is I'll grab something like a Bic lighter and I'll throw that in my pocket first. Okay. Next, I'll look and, I see something like this little executive Lockpick Kit. And I'll look in here and say, okay, I got a lockpick. I've got a little tiny ferro rod with my little ceramic razor blade. I've got a handcuff shim, and I've got a couple of rod magnets in there for telling what direction I'm headed in. It gives me kind of a compass action. So I'll probably grab that, take that with me. But again, that's, this stuff also can be used for a more covert setup. Today I'm not going to go with the lifeguard pistol or a survival bracelet. So I close this one. Then I open the second shelf and I look and I decide what kind of flashlight I might need. Maybe something from LA Police Gear, maybe something from Sunwayman, or a Surefire Titan, maybe a Pelican light. This one uses AA batteries, so it's always good. I look and decide if I need a flashlight. Usually having a flashlight on you is a good thing, so I'll probably grab something like this little Surefire Titan, pop that around my neck. Never hurts to have a flashlight around your neck. So there it is. Now it's around my neck. Okay. Next, I'll look at my EDC knives and I'll decide what knife I want to take with me. Usually I'll have something like this Microtech Makora II on one side, because it's nice to have a blade that you can get out quickly on one side. And then I'll have sometimes I'll have something like this Spyderco Civilian on one side, or I'll go with something quick, like one of these Karambits, but the Karambit with the wave opener on them, like the Emerson wave openers, anything like this, that is a lot faster than this type of a Karambit without the wave opener on it. So I'll usually go with the Spyderco Matriarch here with the Wisemen grip and Wisemen ring on the back, the Signet Ring that the company called Wisemen makes. So I'll take that and I'll put that in my left pocket here, because if someone tries to grab my firearm that I have on me, I want to be able to defend myself with the left side or with the right side with the Microtech there. Okay. Next, I'll grab one set of keys, I got the other set of keys, but I'll grab my wallet and my business card holder here. My wallet, even though it's really, really worn, it's hard to see, but it is from Redwire Gear. I love their stuff. This is Redwire Gear wallet. That carries all my all my cards and the tiny little bit of cash I have. I throw that down in my pocket. I grab my other set of keys here with my Keybar setup for my keys on there, and of course my truck keys. I'll pop that down into my pocket. Get that in there. Flip it around. Clip that to my pocket. Makes it really, really easy to get in and out, no problem. And then I'll look over to here and I'll decide if I need a pen or, chopsticks. I mean, obviously I'm not going anywhere that I'm going to need chopsticks, but I have a few different tactical pins here. Glass breaker, titanium pin, a couple of different executive pins here. I've got some from Tough Rider, County Com. This is the embassy pin from County Com. I've got a light here from Streamlight. It never hurts to have an extra red light, Streamlight. It's always good to have. I'll look at these and I'll decide if I need some sort of a pin. I've got Sharpies and, I've got some regular pins in here too. I've even got a grappling hook, a little micro grappling hook from Tech Accessories. Those little micro grappling hooks are super cool. It's called the Retrieve from Tech Accessories. Anyways, got a couple of extra regular normal pins in here, but this is actually one of my favorites here. This is my my little F701. It's my all steel pin. Now granted, it is an actual real deal pin, but it's all steel, so God forbid you should ever have to use it, you do have the ability to use it if you need to, because it is all steel. So that is an easy one for me to just take and clip right onto my flashlight here. No problem at all. Just clip it right onto the flashlight, and that pretty much does it for that shelf. Then I come to the bottom shelf here, and I look at the ammunition I have in here. Of course, I've got medical stuff here, and because I'm in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, I don't really have a whole lot of room to be putting medical stuff. So either A, I'll put on an ankle setup, or B, I'll carry something like Quik Clot Combat Gauze just here in my back pocket. I'll pop it down in my back pocket back there and give myself something, anything, to help someone in medical need. Now, I do have an ankle setup here that I can put on that carries a SWAT tee or a cat tourniquet and some extra gauze, but I don't always wear that because depending on the jeans, it can actually print. So it just kind of depends on what you're wearing and what you want to wear. Then, after I put in the medical stuff, I look and I decide what type of pistol I want to carry. Currently, in my EDC here, I've got the Glock 19, which actually belongs to the Mistress of Metal. And of course, I have my IWB holster here from evervigilant.com. My buddy Joe Prim. If you guys haven't seen his stuff yet, his holsters are literally top of the line, guys. I've had this one for the last couple of months, and I've been wearing it every day. It looks like it hasn't even been used. This thing is amazing. So I'll take my holster, and of course, after I've decided that's the one I want, and I'll go ahead and just tuck it into my pants. Just go ahead, slide it in there just like that. Grab the little wing here, bring it up, push it down, get it clipped onto your belt just like that. Got the wing there. Got it ready to go. Trying to get my shirt out of the way here. Sorry about that. So I've got my little IWB holster there, my little tummy. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, and then next up, grab the Glock. Of course, it's loaded, ready to rock and roll. And I'll slide that down into the IWB holster, being careful to keep my trigger finger off of the trigger. Always keep it along the frame. So I put that down in there, make sure everything is steady, safe, good to go. And then, of course, I will look and decide if I want a 15-round mag or if I want a 17-round mag. Usually, I'll take the 17-rounder, and sometimes I'll take the 15-rounder as well, but this time I'm not going to take the 15-rounder too. If I'm going to take the 1911, I will move this stuff out of the way, and I'll grab some mags from the 1911 setup here. I'll grab my holster for the 1911, and of course I will grab the magazine pouch for the 1911 as well, and keep a couple extra magazines on me. So that is the way that I set up and carry my firearm EDC. Sometimes I will take my little North American Arms. If you guys watch my other videos, you've seen this before. Sometimes I'll take my little North American Arms 22 revolver here, my Sidewinder, that I've customized. I'll take this with me sometimes just to have an extra little piece of backup. Never hurts to have an extra handgun on you if you need it. You're always going to want to check and be sure that it's safe, that it is not cocked. It can be loaded, but it does not need to be cocked, okay? So I'll take that, and obviously, you know, without the hammer cocked, it's not dangerous. You know, the North American Arms were pretty smart when they designed these. So I'll take this, and I'll either put that in my back right pocket, or I'll put it in my back left pocket, somewhere where I can access it pretty quickly and get to it if I need it. So I'll grab it like this, trying to be careful to keep my hand out of the way of the barrel. I'll slide that down into my back pocket, and I am good to go. I've got my handgun, my IWB right here, good to go. I've got my little Surefire there. I got my boots, got my knives, got my keys, got my belt from LA Police Gear. Wonderful, wonderful belt. And got my handgun, got my other knives. Everything is ready to go. I am good to go. So that, guys, oh, and of course the one last thing, we close the drawer. So that, guys, is how I do my EDC. I hope it was useful to you. I hope if you guys have any questions, you can message me and ask me any questions about my EDC or anything you saw in the video. If you're wondering what it was or where to get it, feel free to message me and I will tell you. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to check out my podcast, The Gunmetal Armory, on Prepper Broadcasting Network every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, guys? Subscribe. Thanks for being with me. And we'll see you next time as we go deeper inside the Gunmetal Armory. Good night, everybody.